Hi friends, the other day I explained to you how to identify three important reference points in the Arudha chart. We have learnt how to erect the Arudha chart or Arudha chakra, then Arudha lagna in the Arudha chart, Upapada lagna and also the Karakamsha lagna. These are the three important reference points. From Arudha lagna we understand the financial position of the native, nature of income, amount of income, whether the income is by fair means or by fraud means. Then from Arudha lagna we understand some of the Raja Yogas also. Then from Upapada lagna we understand the family of the native, that is wife, marriage and marriage related issues, then children, then brothers and sisters. That means family, individual, children and wife. These are explained from taking Upapada lagna as the reference point. Then the native and the society, how the job of the native, the prestige of the native, the status of the native, then the education, his other activities like writing, his talent in public oration, etc. are understood from Karakamsha lagna. Now let us first begin with Arudha lagna. This Arudha lagna helps us understand the wealth of the native. There are three important houses, that is the second, fourth and 11th from Arudha lagna. They are the wealth giving positions in the horoscope. I repeat, the second, the fourth and the 11th houses from the Arudha lagna give us an understanding about the financial position of the native. Then if benefics occupy these three important positions, the native earns well. If malefics occupy, the earnings will be ordinary. Then the second, fourth and 11th houses must be aspected or occupied by benefics. So there is a small difference between Parashara system and Jaimini system with regard to the benefics and malefics, benefic planets and malefic planets. In Parashari we know Jupiter, Venus, waxing moon and Mercury associated with benefics. These four are benefic planets. Malefics are Saturn, Mars, Sun, Rahu and Ketu. They are malefics. But there is a small difference in Jaimini system. In Jaimini system, Jupiter, Venus, waxing moon, okay, they are benefics. But malefics like Saturn, Mars or Sun, if they are exalted, they are considered to be benefics only. In the same way, if natural benefics like Jupiter, Moon, Mercury, if they are debilitated, they are considered as malefics only. Then the wealth of the native. What is wealth? It includes his income through agriculture, business, salary, then income through his wife, income from inheritance. All these things come under income. If so business also is a source of income. Again, the nature of income means whether the income is through fair means or legal means or ethical means also is decided from the horoscope. The malefics aspect Arudha Labha, the income is through questionable means. If benefics aspect Arudha Labha, the income is through fair means. This is a general broad rule. Then, even among the benefic planets, who are better planets to give financial status? In Parasari we know Jupiter is the best benefic planet. But in Jaimini, Venus and waxing moon means full moon. These two are best wealth giving planets. All Raj Yogas are almost all Raj Yogas are connected to the combination of moon Venus combination. Now I will give you some principles or Sotras as they are called, given by Maharshi Jaimini and other commentators of Jaimini Sotras like Krishna Mishra, etc. See, with regard to the extent of gains or extent of income depends upon the planets which occupy or aspect the 11th house from Arudha Lagna, which is called Arudha Labha. Arudha Labha means the 11th house from Arudha Lagna. If the 11th house from Arudha Lagna is occupied or aspected by a benefic planet, that is number one consideration. Even among those benefic planets, if Venus or moon give better wealth, greater extent of wealth, then if the planets occupying or aspecting Arudha Labha are in exaltation, they also give better wealth. Then even among benefic planets, Venus and moon are by far the most wealth giving planets. Then debilitated planets are very important. Debilitated planets, if they occupy 3rd, 6th and 11th houses, or a debilitated planet aspects the 11th house from Arudha Lagna, it is a good wealth giving condition, wealth giving yoga. So debilitated planets occupying or aspecting Arudha Labha are wealth givers. Then the next higher degree of Dhana Yoga is expected if the planet aspecting or occupying Arudha Labha is the lord of an auspicious house, the 5th house or 9th house from Lagna. That is the 5th lord from Lagna or 9th lord from Lagna. If he happens to aspect Arudha Labha, he gives good wealth. Then this is a very important Dhana Yoga given by Krishna Mishra. If a benefic planet occupies Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, I repeat, if a benefic planet occupies Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna and simultaneously aspects the 11th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, it is called a Bahubhagya Yoga, good wealth giving combination. Another combination is if there is a benefic planet in the 9th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna simultaneously aspecting the 11th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, it is also called a Bahubhagya Yoga. Now I shall tell you the difference between these two yogas. A planet in the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna must aspect the 11th house from Arudha Lagna. This is possible only if the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna is a movable sign like Mesha, Karkataka, Tola or Makara. Say for instance, Karkataka is there. Karkataka is a movable sign, Chara Rasi. There is Jupiter in Karkataka. So Jupiter in Karkataka aspects the 11th house from Karkataka, that is Vrushabha or Taurus. This is a Bahubhagya Yoga. If Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna falls in a mobile sign like Karkataka or Tola or Makara or Mesha, and a benefic planet occupies that house, then that benefic planet happens to aspect the 11th house. Like if Mesha is occupied by Venus, then the 11th house from Mesha is Kumbha, which is a fixed sign. So a planet in the movable sign like Mesha automatically aspects the 11th house. Similarly, if there is a benefic planet like Venus, Jupiter or Moon in Karkataka, for Karkataka moon is the own house. Karkataka is the own house of Moon, and then it is a house of exaltation for Jupiter. If Jupiter or Moon occupy Karkataka, they happen to aspect Vrushabha, the 11th house from Arudha Lagna. Similarly, there is Tola, is also a movable house. This Chararasi, if Venus occupies Tola, it is its own house. Then Venus from Tola aspects Simha, Arudha Labha, because Tola is a movable sign and Simha is a fixed sign. That is a very good Dhana Yoga. So, a planet, a benefic planet in the Lagna, Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, simultaneously aspects the 11th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. It is called a Bahubhagya Yoga, a very, very wealthy yoga. In the same way, if there is a benefic planet in the 9th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, and simultaneously it happens to aspect the 11th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. This is possible if the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna is a dual sign or Dvesvabhava Rasi like Midhuna or Kanya or Dhanus or Meena. See, if the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna is Pisces, Meena, a Dvesvabhava Rasi. 9th house from Meena is Vrishchika, a Sthira Rasi. If there is a benefic planet in Vrishchika, automatically the planet aspects the Makara, which is the 11th house from Arudha Lagna or Janma Lagna. I repeat, Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna is Meena or Pisces. It is a dual sign. 9th house from Pisces is Vrishchika or Scorpio. That is a fixed sign. If there is a benefic planet there like Venus or Jupiter, then a planet Venus or Jupiter from Scorpio happens to aspect Makara, which is the 11th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, that is Pisces. This is a very good Dhana Yoga. So, two Dhana Yogas. One is a benefic planet in Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. Another yoga is a benefic planet in the 9th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. They simultaneously happen to aspect the 11th house. It is a Bahubhagya Yoga. It is a very, very strong Dhana Yoga. Then there are further more yogas like this. If benefics occupy 6th house from Arudha Lagna and aspect the 11th house, it is also a Dhana Yoga. So benefics must occupy the 6th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. Simultaneously they must aspect the 11th house from the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. This also is possible if the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna is a dual sign. For example, Midhuna is the Arudha Lagna or Janma Lagna. 6th house from Midhuna is Scorpio again. The Scorpio or Vrishchika, if there is a benefic planet like Jupiter or Venus there, it happens to aspect Mesha or Aries, which happens to be the 11th house from Midhuna, the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. So this is another yoga. So please note, if there is a benefic planet in the Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, if there is a benefic planet in the 9th house from Arudha Lagna or Janma Lagna, if there is a benefic planet in the 6th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna, it is a great Dhana Yoga if that planet happens to aspect the 11th house from Janma Lagna or Arudha Lagna. So these are the general principles. You please, I don't advise you to by heart these sutras or principles like a high school student. You can commit them to memory only by practice. You take a number of charts and try to identify these yogas in those charts of wealthy people. Now, from the next class, we will take up the practical examples and see how these sutras or these combinations apply in those charts.